right, we're going to be watching TDoggyDog, who is playing a tank on, what is this, Oasis. And they are going to be playing Ball briefly, then also Rein, Ramatra, and Orisa. And this is what they said. It's diamond on console, I don't remember who said that. I need help. I don't know what areas went wrong. This game I have is a diamond level lobby. I'm a tank player, and I'm starting the season horribly with an 8+ losing streak. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, I can think of some, but it's not clear to me. In my games, I tried everything from decisions, countering, making space, anything I can think of. I know my mechanical skill needs a lot of improvement. The more I think is my mechanical skills and decisions are holding me back. I mean, that's basically all of Overwatch, right? Like, your mechanical skill plus your decision making is 99% of the game. I don't know what else there is there. So this game, the start was very rough. I did all I could to make and hold space and try to get picks. It was bad for me, but my team was okay with it. 10+ kills when I was at 3K and 3D. That's, if you mean 3Ks and 3 eliminations, that's super bad. Again, eliminations, stats are not helpful at all in general, but eliminations in particular are extremely misleading, because if you do 1 point of damage to somebody and they die, then you get elimination credit for it, even if somebody else did 199. Last round, I had a hard time. Next round, I had a hard time. My team was begging me to switch, so I didn't switch to Ramatra. But I don't think it didn't. I don't think it didn't go well. That's a double negative. I think you mean you didn't think it went well. I tried my best in that round. Third round came. I switched to Orisa because I thought the enemy was going Orisa too. Surprisingly, they didn't, but I went with it. This round went a lot better. I did everything I can to make space, shut down the enemy, and hold space, but at the end it wasn't enough. I would like to know where I can improve on so I can move up in the ranks. I should note this is my first time in diamond/high level games. I just made a diamond last season towards the end. Thanks in advance. I will start by saying, based on the fact that you're like kind of going through 4 different heroes here, it doesn't feel like you're comfortable on any of them, and you're probably playing heroes of which I'm going to look at it and be like, this is significantly worse than your other heroes, and you are effectively soft throwing. You most likely do not have a stable like roster of heroes that you can play at comparable levels, so there's probably a big drop off in skill, but we will find out if that is the case. So you should have definitely used grapple to get forwards. This already tells me that you don't know how to play ball. It's really important as ball to set up early. You do not want to see them set up, right? You want to roll in and have them be like, oh, there's the ball, right? Oh, the ball's going to swing over here. You want to already be, for example, high ground or to the left or something, or like right here, it's like set up and ready to pounce on them. Very, very important. And the fact that you didn't use grapple initially to get in position tells me that you don't play ball very much. So again, right here, you should have used the opportunity to, like, again, third-person peek so that you can figure out where they were before committing, right? You could also have been over here. Now, the Zarya plus the rest of the team are going to see and hear you. You're going to roll in here. This is a terrible rollout. Again, your whole team is completely not ready to go in. You are rolling into 4 people at the moment, head on, which is a huge mistake. I think I should link a Yeetle ball guide for you, because this does not tell me that you know how to play ball. You get stuck here. Oh, man, yeah, this is super bad. Yeah, I mean, you do all the things wrong with ball. Like, you literally could not have played this any worse. So with ball, the general play style is you scout where the enemy is, then you set up, and then you roll in at the right time. You did none of those things. You didn't scout where the enemy was, right? When you rolled in, like, you shouldn't come from the direction they're looking. You should always come from the side or above or behind. You rolled straight in their face, which involved you taking a ton of damage, and then you got slept. And then you also did not time it with the rest of your team. So you are dead before your team has even shown up to the fight. This is a massive mistake, and it tells me that you should not be playing ball at your level if you're trying to win the game. Like, if you want to try to get better at ball, go ahead and play ball, right? But I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose a lot of games like this. Like, just looking at that play, I would assume that if you played ball nonstop, you'd probably lose like 80% plus of your games. All right, you switch off ball right away. Okay. So for starters, again, switching is kind of problematic because you can't build ulti, right? And building tank ultis is very important, right? Ult economy is really, really critical to winning the game. If you're constantly switching, you never get ultimates. I'm not saying you should have stuck with ball, because obviously you're terrible at ball, to be perfectly blunt, but just noting that if you switch a lot, it can be problematic. The second thing is, when you charge out here, you should have gone to the right so that you could have gone past this, so you should have gone all the way over here. Instead, you slam into this car, which is, like, it seems like not a big mistake. It's a big mistake. It tells me that you don't actually know how to play Rein either. Like, this is a very trivial thing to do. You know, it's kind of like if you watch somebody try to drive a car for the first time, okay? And, you know, you're watching them, like, you presume that they know how to drive. And you see that they start the car, and they have to reverse out of the driveway, but they mistakenly leave it on drive, and they drive the car forward a foot before hitting the brake and swapping back to reverse. Like, did they hit anything? No. But does it make you incredibly suspicious of the whether or not they know what they're doing? Yes. Like, experienced drivers don't make that mistake, right? You don't accidentally flip it to drive when you meant to go to reverse. Could it be like a 1 in 1,000 mistake? It could be, but it's probably more symptomatic that they don't know what they're doing. Alright, you should have really shielded that off. Okay, so they have point control right now. Your perspective should be, okay, how do I take this point, right? As Rein makes space. Well, Tracer's on high ground right now. Cassie's over here. The Cassie's overextended. Well, I would go for the Cassie right now. Okay? Walking on the point isn't going to do anything. They're going to stall this point for forever. If you're just right here, just charge in. Like right now, just charge the Cassidy. Right? Your team is with you right now. You can get pocketed. This Cassidy's never going to kill you. For you to back off here is a mistake. And now you're just thinking, okay, you're going to go to point. But how are you going to kill these 3 people? You know? Like, this is not going to happen. You're going to probably waste a ton of time here doing nothing. Right? Point's still capping right now. Again, when you're on offense, every second is bad for you. Every second that you are not, uncapping the point is bad for you. Right? Again, you're just not really getting aggressive at all. Like, you have 2 main healers pocketing you right now. Right? You have the Moira and you have the Ana here. You should be much more aggressive. Okay, so, again, a lot of Reinhardt basics. You're not swinging your camera at all, so you're not trying to get the... Like, she's just out of range, but if you tilted your camera, you might be able to hit her. Which tells me, again, that you don't know how to play Rein. That fire strike went to the ground. Missed the charge. Wasn't even, frankly, close. Now, you're bubbling off. Tracer's killed your backline, so it's pretty hard for you to win this fight, and you whip the fire strike. Okay, so again, you don't look like you know how to play Rein. Which is pretty much what I expected after I saw you charge into the car. I don't know what console this is. I don't know what region this is. Like, I don't know if this is low pop. I don't know if this is actually representative of Diamond in your region / console. But so far, this is not telling. Like, if this was PC, I would say that this is probably like mid to high bronze level gameplay so far. So worlds away from where a diamond tank, even a low diamond, I assume, like, let's say you're diamond 5, this is worlds away from where I would expect a diamond tank to be. Okay, so the Zen's overextended, you saw, right? So Zen's dead right now. This should be an easy win. It's a 5-on-4 right now. Okay, push in. You gotta focus on the Zarya, right? Again, it's very possible the Zarya actually has grab right now. She doesn't. We can tell because she's not doing a good job farming it, but you should be focusing on the Zarya. Again, don't be shielding right now. She has no health. Just kill her. Yeah, now you get purple. As soon as you get purple, you should hold shield. Alright, just don't die. Should be an easy win now. Yeah, don't get too aggressive here. You're still low on health. That fire strike went to a wall. Again, like, basic mechanics here. Like, what's this fire strike? You know, this can't be happening in Diamond. So this is all pretty regular. You know, definitely give your shield time to charge. That's good. Don't pop shield yet, right? It's just one Zarya with no energy. You do not need shield for this. The goal of shield is not I want to prevent 100% of the damage coming to me, right? The goal of shield is when I need it, the shield is critical. And if you use your shield for little stuff like this, it's not a big deal. Zarya does 90 damage a second when she has no energy. Okay? This Zarya is not dangerous to you at all. Like, you can literally just let her zap you if you have to. So, another key thing here is that instead of holding shield, you should be swinging at the Zarya because you want her to pop her bubbles sooner, right? That's like basic anti-Zarya gameplay, is force out her bubbles before she uses it. You don't want her to walk over here and still have 2 bubbles. You want to force her to walk over here with 0 bubbles, and then she won't do anything. Also, you have Shatter, so you want to force out the bubbles sooner. Okay, so not a good Shatter, right? First of all, I think she still has a bubble charge. I guess she used the second one at some point. I don't know if you knew that, though, because I never saw it. Oh, you saw the bubble right there, I guess. So if you were tracking, you might have realized that she has only one more bubble, but it's close. So why is this a bad Shatter? Because the Shatter happens around the corner where your team can't help you. Okay? You want to Shatter when the team has walked up to here, and then your whole team can help. Shattering over here means that they have cover, and your team does not have a good line of sight on them. Then you, yeah, I mean, you just charge and hit the wall there. It's super bad, so you get 0 value out of that Shatter, and now they know you don't have Shatter. See, now is when you want full health shield, right? Imagine if you're 1200 health shield, that would be huge. But your shield's gonna break here. See? You're forced to let go because the shield's out of health. Again, if you're better shield management, you would have more health in the shield. You should be fire striking to kill the Cassidy right now. You see that he has 1 health, right? You should still try to fire strike and kill the Cassidy. He still has 1 health. You're just fire striking. Again, the Zarya shouldn't die here, but she does, amazingly, because the Ana fails to save her. I would charge here to try to complete the stagger. Yep, that's fine. Definitely, yeah. You should have gone this way and held shield up and just walked backwards, and you would have been fine. Going the angle that you did allowed the Ana to get behind your shield. Okay, so with Sigma, when he uses rock, you gotta throw shield up. You gotta always be ready for that. You're doing a reasonably good job farming Shatter. You had another good opportunity for a juicy fire strike right here, right? This is a triple possibility. I would have thrown that fire strike for sure. Now you completely whiff on that fire strike. Again, you should not be thinking about charges. Okay, just play this corner and keep swinging and hit the Sigma. You know, like you back off the angle way too much, but you're a melee hero, right? Stay close to him. So you see grenades out, so now you have a good opportunity to apply pressure. Again, you should really apply pressure. Yeah, just keep going. Your DPS are just carrying you, by the way. Yeah, that first round was basically all DPS. The second round, you're playing Rein here. You should shield that. Wait, do you not charge out? Yeah, you should charge out here. Because again, you want to get up quickly and be able to cover the choke. Right? A charge here, left, right, and then cancel and just keep walking. Because you're not going to need charge in the first few seconds of the next fight anyway. It's not a big deal. Right, and now you get slowed. Again, lots of really good opportunities for fire strikes if you got in there a little faster. You want to shield? No, now's not the time. You want to shield here so that people can cross. Right, just hold shield. Right, third person peek, confirm your team is getting behind you, and then move forward. Again, another fire strike into the wall. You just can't do this. Can't do this in Diamond. Really confused how you got to Diamond and like suddenly are losing all these games because it doesn't feel like this is the right skill level for you. So Orisa's a really good counter against Rein. I personally would always pick Orisa in this matchup. So she's doing a good job forcing you back. You're trying to get back into her. I think my perspective here is go left, force the soldier back. Don't chase after the Orisa, right? Force the soldier back first, and at least you cut off 1 angle for your team. Orisa's trying to commit. You, by the way, see this Ana over here. So I would be careful about exactly grenade. So as Rein, you always need to track Ana as though her abilities, you have to track her abilities as though ultimates. Both sleep and anti-grenade can basically kill you at any time as Rein. As an old Overwatch 1 tip. When you see the Zen sticking out like this, right, in this animation, it means that he's charging orbs, and he's about to unleash them. So you should hold shield right away, otherwise you get hit by those. Slash, it could have killed somebody behind you. Alright, decent. So Reaper plays closer to your left. So when this shooting started happening, you should have held shield and then held off the front line at least. To at least reduce the damage so your team could deal with the Reaper. Reaper saying it's fine, just die. Alright, don't hold shield, just die. Just you know, farm your ulti. You could have farmed at least another 15% ulti right there if you just started swinging instead of holding shield. Okay, you switched to Ramatra, which is a choice. I mean, it's not a bad choice against their lineup. It's just that you were already 2/3 of the way to Shatter, and like Shatter can just win you a fight. So problematic. I would check here for the Reaper because the Reaper hit here last time. So just like basic, what they did before, they might do again. No one checks. They're all fools. So somebody really should kill this Reaper. That's what you should have done. You should use sound, heard the distinctive Reaper shotguns when he started shooting. Right here, I would have turned around and immediately gone after the Reaper to force the fade back. Because I don't want my Bastion to force tank form too early. But you decide not to do that, which is not so good. And then now that Orisa pops Fortify, I just don't care about her. I just literally leave. There's nothing I can do. There's no way that I can kill her. She's going to pull you an ulti, run over here, kill the Ana. Right? It's like, does this Orisa look like she's going to die to you? You wall her off, or shield her off, which I think is a good shield. I would probably put it a little bit closer, but I think that's fine. Then you should recognize that the Orisa is moving forwards, not backwards, and throw it in front of her. But she's also fortified right now, so that's actually not going to do anything. And you actually wait for the fortify to end. Or I guess it's just the end of... Yeah, she's fortified right now, so your E's not going to do anything because it's not going to slow her. Yeah, so you pretty much just get walked over there. I mean, partially because you don't have ult charge, and partially because you don't, I think, just target priority well and position well. So your E, when I say E, I mean your vortex. Your vortex, right, if it bounces into something, including players, it bounces and hits the ground, which is not so good typically. And you see it hits her, and then it bounces backwards, which means it ends up being much closer to you than you meant it to be. You should just chuck it to her side behind her to prevent her from getting away, because she's super overextended right now. Imagine if you had Vortex right now, right? You throw Vortex here, you win the game. Win the fight, at least. So when she's spinning, it will block your punches, but you could have used that opportunity to walk forward and kill the Ana, right? If she's spinning, why do you need to damage block, you know? This Ana's crazy overextended. Kill the Ana. Oh, man. Okay, so another Nemesis of poor value. You do go after the Reaper here, which is great. That's like the best call you made. I don't know the shield necessary, but that's like the first good play that you have made. So, again, I don't think you're ready for Nemesis right now, because you want to make the most use of Nemesis. You're too far away to be able to go after the Ana. I think you just kind of run up still, and then look for a better opportunity. Right now, like you pop Nemesis and you immediately start blocking. Like, what's the point? You know, like you weren't even low. You were totally fine. You should have gotten closer to the Ana, for example, and then popped it, or whoever was on your right here, which is the Zen. I think the Zen is even better target, right? The Zen can do nothing. If you just ran this way, then pop Nemesis, and then kill the Zen, great. All right, so now you're nanoed, and you're doing absolutely nothing with this nano. Again, you should put down a shield like right here to make sure nobody dies, including yourself. You should put down, oh no. Obviously bad shield. Tops Vortex deep. Please don't pop ulti here. Alright, at least you don't pop ulti. So you have to win 14 fights here. 3 or 4 depending on how aggressive they are. Okay, a lot of things have gone wrong. There's just no reason for you to... Oh, you're looking for Reaper. But you throw the shield off target. You get healed back up, which is fine. Again, you want to play close here, not far, because if you're close here, you can pop Nemesis and immediately pressure them all. If you play back here, things will get problematic for you, because you want to go after those supports. Again, you don't want to be fighting the Orisa, just a waste of your time. Like, you see, you're just holding block the whole time. Like, you're not getting any value out of Ramattra here, or Ramattra abilities. So she pulls you in. I don't think this is a good time for Ramattra ulti either, because who are you doing this against, right? Just the Orisa. Do you know how much damage Ramattra ulti does? 30 damage a second. Against Orisa, right, with Fortify, that means it does 15 damage a second. Against Orisa with Fortify, with armor, it does like 10 damage a second. Who cares? Like, that's like a meaningless amount of damage. You know, you're like popping it way too early. You should have used the opportunity to run over, again, to attack the supports. And then when you started taking some damage, canceled Nemesis, and then popped ulti to do the Nemesis armor cancel. Very, very important technique to know. I would consider it like 101 level Ramattra techniques. Like, it's very, very basic. And you just got absolutely melted here, right? You're just not aggressive enough when you have health. You didn't have the right positioning. Everything was kind of poor there. All right, you're gonna go Orisa here. I understand why you thought they go to Orisa because they had Orisa before. I think this is still a good map for Orisa. All right, gets very broadly close range map. I think you're totally fine here as Orisa, assuming you know how to play Orisa. I think you made a mistake not taking right room. I think that it is a good general idea to take right room first and then play out of there. Playing over here, you have way less cover versus if you have right room control, you have this for cover, you have this for cover, and you have this for cover. It's much harder to be the team here trying to play in when they have mini room versus the team that has mini room control. You're spamming here, but you're not doing anything. I don't know that the spin feels necessary. You haven't actually taken a lot of damage, right? You're 450. They're not really targeting you. You should be looking for javelin here. You should have saved spin for her cleave. Good value, right? Good job targeting the Zen. I don't know why your mortar is so extended. Also, I do not think you should have popped Fortify, which tells me that you don't really have a lot of experience playing Orisa. Like, you're stacking your defensive cooldowns, right? You wanna pop you wanna save Fortify as much as you possibly can. You're just walking out to the open, getting melted. It's tough because you're playing like 4 different heroes here. Like, even if we ignore the ball, you're playing 3 different heroes here, and you have such fundamental issues with all 3 heroes. Like, there's so many links that I would have to give you to like improve on these hero specific things. I think you kind of need to like focus your roster down and try to get good at like one hero that you feel comfortable playing. Otherwise, you're going to kind of struggle with all of them. Like, this is another good example where this is just not a good position to be in, right? You're getting shot by 2 people from the left, you're getting shot by 2 people from the right. You could get shot by 0 people if you just stood here and peeked out, right? Like, you already have point control. You don't need to do anything. You're taking huge risks, exposing yourself to a lot of fire here, just not thinking about angles and like where you're getting shot from. You're getting 4v1 right now for no reason. All you had to do was just literally stand on the point. Like, AFK on the point would have been better than what you just did there. So as soon as you hear this Reaper start shooting, he's pretty good. He lets you guys get real far. Yeah, good kill on the soldier. Again, get ready for javelin. As soon as she starts doing this, you should you used javelin already. Oh, you hit the javelin over there. I guess that's good value. You did not need the spin there though. You were still full health. Like, it feels like you're popping defensive cooldowns to pop them. You're not actually doing a good job tracking how much health you have. I feel very clear. I would expect ultis here. I would be thinking about Reaper ulti and also Junker Queen ulti. So for Junker Queen ulti, you can interrupt it with Javelin, so I would save Javelin with that. Failing that, you can use Spin or Fortify to kind of prevent her from getting as far as she wants. Any of those are good options. Javelin, by far, is the best option. I would get ready for Javelin. No! I would wait for an ulti. Wait, did she actually ulti? Nope. Now she ultied. Yeah, so made a mistake there not saving Javelin for her ulti. You pop Fortify here, despite the fact that you don't really know what's going on behind you, and shooting at the Nano Junker Queen at full health is the worst possible option, right? Why shoot at the character that has, right, after she gets nanoed in right here, she has 450 health, right? 450 health, so she's nanoed, so half damage, so she has 900 health, and she also is getting regen from the people that she hit with purple. Why would you go after what is effectively a 1,000 health hero instead of going after this other hero over here who has only 200 health and is much closer to you? You know, this is just bad target priority. Like, you're even getting shot by the Reaper. It's not like you don't know that she's there. So now, clearly, the panic has set in. You don't really know what to do here. So, again, for the record, I think you should have gone after the Reaper initially. Right? I understand that you're like, oh, I kind of need to, like, deal with the Junker Queen. But, again, I don't think that there's much that you realistically could have done about that, and the rest of the team, there are other teams making a mistake attacking you. They should just be killing the rest of your team here. You should shoot the Zen, force trance. Once trance force, just play safe, right? Just play the Kiriko, peel the soldier, and wait trance out. Right? The soldier can for sure die here because he's not in the trance. You're not gonna knock that Junker Queen off the map. Don't worry about the point. Point doesn't matter now. There's 0 chance you're gonna cap this point. All right, Queen's out of position. Pop ulti. That's a questionable ulti, but it sort of works. So you're super low when you pop this. You could have just died right away. Right? You're at 160 health after popping it, and you're like fortified. So like you die in 3-4 shots here. Very, very lucky that they don't just kill you immediately. Also, May had already popped her ultimate, so you didn't even need to do it. But it kind of happened at the same time, so I understand. But I think you should save ulti there no matter what to at least get more health for a better opportunity. The Zen was also dead, so you're up 1. Yep, looking for Javelin. This is the right call. Yep, good. Right, do the best you can. You need to get cover yourself, though. Like, you should have, after you Javelined him, you should get to right room, right, and play cover, because you don't want to stand out in the middle. It's not like you can prevent your teammates from dying, right? If he stands here, he just shoots at your May. You can't stop that. Don't go to the left, right? That was a mistake. You had an opportunity there to save the May, right? If you'd gone to the right immediately after Soldier Visor, you could have protected your May and kept your May alive. Now you give the point, now you're dead. I would say overall your recent play still looks better than your Ramatra play for sure, and probably better than your Rein play too. But I think the gap is closer. All right, good javelin. Could have been a little quicker, but yep. See, this is high value, right? Where you spin and you also prevent her from using her cleave. Is really, really good. Orisa's an excellent counter against Junker Queen. Go for the Zen, right? Definitely. Anytime you can kill Zen, kill Zen. Right? Zen has 0 escape abilities whatsoever, and he has a huge hitbox, and he's very, very dangerous. So always try to kill Zen. You see your team's ping Zen as well. Kill Zen. Don't worry about the Junker Queen. Literally, just get healed, right? And then just spin and come and chase down the Zen to kill the Zen. Right, now Anna's super extended. Yep, kill the Anna. Missed the opportunity to javelin, but it's okay. She doesn't get too much value out of this. Aim for the head, right? Gotta aim higher. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that. So no matter what, you're going to need to win one team fight here. So most important thing is I just don't die. I don't want to pop early ulti because I want to give my team a chance to be able to shoot them, right? Again, you're pulling them into like what seems like the open, but most of them are covered by this wall, and they're going to get back to cover very, very quickly. See? Nobody dies. You still have 9% left. You completely wasted this ulti. Like, you technically forced like Zen ulti, but like I don't even know that Zen needed the ulti there. All right. Queen super extended. Yep, get that kill. Get the soldier. I would, as soon as he drops, so it looks like he's dropping, right? I run towards him, Yeah, now I start spinning. I cut this way to cut off his ability to shoot my teammate, and I spin him in here and I kill him. So you're way too late on that. Kill the Anna. Kill the Anna. Oh no. The Anna's frozen in front of you. Right? Like right here. The Anna's 75 health. Kill the Anna first. You spin her out of this. Oh, this is a huge whiff. Oh man, you easily could have killed the Anna and then also killed the Zen. That's disastrous. Alright, that's the end of the game. Okay, so I think this is less about like how to play tank in general and more about hero specific things, right? I think on Rein, well, on ball, you just don't know how you don't look like you know how to play ball. So I'm just like not even gonna talk about it because it's like too hard for me. I mean, I described it at the beginning of the game, but there's so many things that went wrong. I just can't go into more detail. As Rein, I think that you need to be more aggressive and you need to land more fire strikes, right? And you need to use shield when you absolutely need it, right? But also try to get as many swings in. As Ramatra, you need to get a lot more value of Nemesis. You need to get closer before you pop Nemesis, and you need to use Vortex in combination with Nemesis to get kills. And then as Orisa, I think you're just often overextending and being too eager, and you're also overlapping your defensive cooldowns and not using them at the right times. So I think that mostly this game is about your execution on the individual heroes. Like, yes, you're also making common mistakes across all the heroes, but mostly I think it's about just executing on the heroes themselves. Hopefully it's helpful.